Hi, my name's Don. I'm a CPA in Salt Lake City, and like you, I am enjoying my continuing education. I'm in Stuart Meyer's class today. I've enjoyed that very much. I'm loving Arizona, away from the snow in Salt Lake City. We've just listened to Ken on the video, and I would like to add something about an experience we had in our firm many years ago. About 20 years ago, we had a client who was selling his business, and he found a buyer with the help of a broker who offered a price on the business. Well, we had prepared tax returns for the client and had also put together just a summary letter for the client to show the cash flow that could be coming out of the business. Our client had run this business very successfully for 20 plus years and had been able to take out substantial cash flow over that time period. Well, the buyer ended up coming to the table with the necessary financing, and by the way, he had over 90% leveraging on the company to buy it. Our client had not had any leveraging at all. About 6 months into the post-sale period, the buyer came back and said, "Gee, this thing is not cash flowing like we thought it would. What's wrong?" And he had then put together a case that the numbers on the tax return were incorrect. Unbeknownst to us, this little cash flow thing that we had done for our client had been given to the broker, and that had been given to the buyer, and the buyer had relied upon that, he said, to make the purchase. Well, there was nothing about it. There was no attestation that was done with it. It was not even a compilation. It was just simply a half-hour diagram of the cash flow coming out of the business. So anyhow, we ended up, there was a lawsuit that ensued. We were named as a third party in that, and even though we had no culpability in the matter at all, we ended up having to defend ourselves for about 3 years. It cost us well over $30,000 in defense costs. The judge ended up giving us a summary judgment, but 3 years later, a lot of sleepless nights, a lot of wondering what was going to happen to our business, what was going to happen to everything, our reputation, etc. Was tough. It was a tough thing to do. Anyhow, we should have probably had an engagement letter explaining exactly what we were doing. We didn't do that, so I would say whatever Ken talked about with engagement letters is exactly right on point. This is very important stuff. We need to do that as CPAs. This is a handout you get from Western CPE. You can see it, maybe not. Anyhow, it talks about having an engagement letter. It's important. It works. It's necessary. Trust me.